Hey, it's Rocking.kk here, or Katie, whichever one you know me by. I am doing a panda tutorial today. So I'm starting off on a Santorini, and I'm putting dark aquamarine in an Inktense pencil. I just use a wet brush and I rub it on the tip of the pencil, and then I apply it to the rock. I just wanted something light and just pastel. So with the panda, I started out with a circle for the head, and then I drew in just a plain regular body, real easy. That's how I start out. And then I got the feet where I wanted them, and then I went back in and I added the top part of the head, so you can still see the line at the moment where the original circle was. So then I started with the mouth part, and right now it looks kind of funny because my sketching is all over the place, but you'll see it in a minute. It'll be all put together. But you use that base where the nose and mouth is for your eyes, so it makes it much easier to draw. And then I'm adding in a little arm and the little hand on top of the foot. And this is all just to kind of show me where I want stuff. So I'm going to end up covering some of it up and then putting it back in. Now I'm drawing the bamboo, and I'm just sketching it in lightly. I just kind of gives me an idea of where I'm going. Now I'm going to outline some of it, and I'm just kind of sketch it. I'm using a Copic fine liner. I'm not sure what number that is that I'm using. I think it's a 0.3. But I'm just going through and just kind of sketching out a little bit here and there what I want to keep. And then like where the hair is and stuff, I'm just kind of dotting it around just to get some color in there. So now I'm going to start with my black, and this is I'll leave the name of this in the description of the video. The black is I think it's Raven by Stuart Simple, I think. The white is Liquitex Basics that I'm using. And so I'm just going to paint in the nose, the eyes, the ears, the arm, part of the belly, like the chest area, both arms, and the feet. And I'm going to leave a little line, if you can tell, because that's going to be where a white line is, and I don't want to lose where I'm going to put the white line in, so I leave the paint off of it just a little bit. And I'm using a super fine Wistonia brush. I buy these packages about every 6 months. I get a new pack, and there's like several different sizes in it, and I just really enjoy using them for stuff like this. I also will be using a fine liner, disposable fine liner. Those are cool because you can cut them down and make them really fine and get in some hair. So I'm still just applying. Now I'm going to start the white on the face. Just go ahead and do the whole head. And you can see I covered up the mouth, so I'll have to draw that back in. I'm putting it on the belly and that side, right there on the left side, there's a little piece where he has some fur. And you're going to need like 2 coats of that white. The black, the one I'm using, only requires 1 coat, but depending on what color you're using, you might need 2 coats. And now I'm just adding some hair to the edge, or fur, just to make it look a little more realistic. This is nowhere near realistic, but instead of it just being a solid line, I like to add a little fluffy edge. And I'll do that with the white and the black. And this is the disposable eyeliner brush that I was telling you about that I'm using. They're super cheap. You get like 100 for, I don't know, like $6.99 or something on Amazon. I'll try to link that also. Now I'm just kind of fixing up the eyes, making them a little furry so they're not perfectly round. Now I'm kind of outlining the edges just a little bit with some black, just so you can kind of see it better. Now I'm going back in and adding the mouth, and I kind of struggle with that mouth a little bit, and I end up redoing it like 2 or 3 times, but I finally get it to a point where I'm happy with it. Now you see I got rid of it again, and now I'm drawing it back in. So now I start with this tongue as a bright pink, and I'm going to go back and change that later because it's too bright. I did the same thing with the little pads on his feet. I did the pink, and then I decided that I didn't like that color, so I'll change it. That's me, indecisive when I paint. That's why it takes me so long to paint. So I drew in his arm and his hand on the other side, and that is a Posca 1MR that I'm using. And then I drew in the eyes. Now I'm going to take a Tule Art green, and I'm going to start with the bamboo leaves that he's going to have in his paw. I keep saying hand, but I mean paw. I'm sorry about that. And I'm just drawing like long little triangles, trying to make it look like a bamboo leaf. And now I'm going to draw in the bamboo sticks. Now, these are going to require 2 coats. 1 coat is not enough. And you have to wait. Tule Art takes a little bit longer to dry than Posca, so in between those coats, you've got to wait a while. So I bounce back and forth from doing the bamboo to back to the panda while that's drying. Now I'm taking this other color, it's like a melon color, and I'm doing the little pads on his paws, or his feet, paws, whatever. Now I changed his tongue to the light pink, and I like that better. Now I'm going to add the eyes in, and now I'm doing the second coat for the Tule Art. Now I used a Posca 1MR for the eyes, the little black circle. Put that second coat. Now I'm going to take my fine liner and I'm going to outline the leaves in his paw. Give it some definition. Now I'm putting some dots in his eyes to make his eyes have some life to them. Now I'm making the lines in the bamboo, and I'm just stair-stepping them back and forth so they're not exactly straight with each other. And now I'm going to take the darker green Posca and I'm going to draw in the leaves, and I'm also going to use it to just add some color here and there to the stalks and to the leaves in his paw. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna fixing to get off camera here. Sorry if you hear my cat in the background, it's almost time to eat. And so they start freaking out right before it's time. Like I'm gonna forget. So now you saw I started adding in that green, and now I'm going and outlining the outsides, and I'm using a 0.5 Copic fine liner. You can use Tule Art fine liners or Micron or whatever you have. And I'm just going through, and I'm not doing a solid line. I'm kind of breaking it up, just giving it some definition. Now I'm outlining the leaves on the bamboo. And then I'm going to go and put a little black mark by the white marks on the bamboo. And it just gives it character. I'm doing the same thing on the leaves. And then I added a little green and dark green. And I added some white to all the leaves and the stalks. And now I'm putting nom 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 because he's eating and I just thought it was cute. And so this is pretty much the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. It's something different. And have fun. Y'all have a great day. Bye.